factorize. Okay, so remember, when you are factorizing, the first thing I always want you guys to think about is common factor. Always look for that first. Please, would you remember that between now and grade 12? Just whenever you have to factorize, look out for common factor first. Okay? Promise? Okay, good. Thank you. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at these three terms. Is there anything common in all three of them? Well, yes, they all have an A. Nice. So we're going to take that out as a common factor. And then what would you be left with? Well, you'd be left with x squared in the first term, minus 5x in the second term, and plus 6 in the third term. Now, don't stop. Some learners are like, oh, okay, cool, I'm done. That's definitely going to get you 3 marks. AKA, it's not. So what you got to remember is to always see if you can carry on. So what we do now is you look at this leftover part and you ask yourself, is it maybe a difference of squares? Is it maybe a trinomial? Is it maybe, I don't know, you got to just think about what could it be. And what you should identify is that it's got the x squared, it's got the x, and it's got the number. So this is a trinomial. So this guy is a trinomial. So you should know how to be doing trinomials. So with trinomials, what we do is we open up 2 brackets. Okay. Now, each person's got their own technique, but if you've looked at the way I show trinomials, well, obviously that's how I'm going to show it now. So what we do is we start with this number, 6. Okay. And what we do is we think about all the different ways that you can make 6. Well, you could say 3 times 2, 3 times 2. That gives you 6. Or you could say 6 times 1. That also gives you 6. Now, what we do is we look at these 2 numbers and we ask ourselves, could those 2 numbers make a 5? Or technically, we should actually try and make minus 5. Could you make minus 5 with 3 and 2? Yes, you could. You could say minus 3 minus 2. So should we choose that one? Well, normally, yes, you would just choose that one because normally the other ones don't work. But with this particular example, this one would actually also work. If you take the number 6 and 1, could you make minus 5? Yep, you could. Minus 6 plus 1 is also minus 5. So what do we choose? Well, we are going to choose this top one. Let me show you why. So we're going to say x and x over here, and then we're going to choose the minus 3 and the minus 2. The reason we chose that one is if you had to multiply these 2 together, like let's say, for example, you were busy multiplying these brackets together like we sometimes do. If you had to multiply this one and this one, would that give you negative 6 or positive 6? Well, that would give you positive 6, and that's a good thing. That's what we wanted. But if we chose these 2, then that wouldn't work because the x, you would have a minus 6 and a plus 1. And if you had to multiply those 2 together, it would give you a negative 6. And that's not what we wanted. Okay? So this is one of those weird ones where some learners get caught out. Usually there's only one option. This one actually gives you 2 options. Okay, now, are we done? Well, I don't know. What you got to do is you got to look at these 2 brackets and you got to ask yourself, could I do anything more? And in this case, the answer is no. So we are done at that step.